Hello everyone. So last weekend I attended the Ottawa Game Jam and I created a little game. I'm going to show it to you. So the theme was it's not safe to go alone. So I got the idea that you have that one dude that can't shoot, can't defend himself, but you have to ask your teammates when you find them on the map to follow you. So the team is, I created a World War II team. I just picked up 2 snipers there. And this is a mortar team attacking me. I'm just gonna rush it, that's it. There's 2 snipers there. That's it. So that dude cannot shoot and you have to get all the way through the end. And there's that big battle at the end. So what I've used for the engine is my Oaknut engine. I've done a couple videos on it. Most recently videos about the UI system I created. You can see my signature blur in the background when I pop up this. So UI was really easy for me to get going because of the UI editor and all. And for the game rendering sprites and all, also really easy for me to get going. I'm just going to pick them off slowly like that. It's a little bit easier. This is the spot in the map where playtester usually died. But you have to micro it a little bit like that. That's it. I have enough guys to take the rest. Some. And and the map I've built it using tiled map editor. It's a free map editor for 2D maps. Even the fog of war is fake. It's just a terrain in the tile map editor. I have multiple layers. This is the units layer where I see the units. I've created all the art myself, pixel by pixel in Photoshop, including all the little character animation. They have little, it's hard to see I guess, but they have little idle animation too, where they will turn around, they will crouch. They have couple death animation also, where sometimes they will spin on themselves before dying and stuff like that.
On my way.
So basically I ask the guys to follow me and that's all it is. I can ask them to stay there too.
Affirmative.
If I click like that, and I can just, you know, ask let's say the mortar guy here to follow me, and that's it. So I guess there could be a little bit of strategy of it, but it's often easier to just take everyone. And so the guys, they will follow a formation, as you can see. I will stop moving there. They get in formation. So all the soldiers get in the front with the snipers, and all the mortar team gets in the back. So my sniper took them off. I have 4 snipers. They shoot really far. They can actually take out the mortar teams a little bit easier. They are in range for the mortar, but usually you can shoot and back. So I'm going to try to shoot those guys without being killed. I'm getting shot at. Alright, I better just go. So if one of the mortar team die, the other one becomes a soldier, and that's it. So they have the 2 to keep alive. So those guys, I'm just going to pick them off one by one. It's the easiest way. Yeah, so Friday evening, it started at 6. I worked about 4 hours. I basically drew all my soldier animation. I didn't get too much of the game going on, just maybe a character animating on screen. Saturday I didn't even really get a game, but I got the formations going. No, Saturday I actually finished the game, yeah. So I got the formation going, I got the map, everything, and all the UI work and do stuff, I kept them for the last day on Sunday morning. So I usually keep the last day just to polish, make the UI, make sure all the sounds are there, and that's it. And also make sure the game runs full screens and all. I didn't get a full screen game until very near the end. I started by making the game using a Xbox 360 controller. So you just move around with the Xbox controller, but the problem is you couldn't see ahead. When it was just soldiers, it was fine, but once I started adding snipers and mortar team that shoots really far, it was getting problematic. And I tried to implement a mechanic to have the Xbox controller having you look ahead all the time, but you get dizzy really fast because you have no control of that movement, so it's pretty annoying. So snipers are really good. Mortar are good, but when the enemy is moving like this, they are pretty useless. So, but snipers are like the best weapon you have. Mortar are good if you don't have snipers in your group. So basically you can leave your snipers behind and you can just pick them off with mortar, then they get really good because the enemies will stop moving towards you and then you can shoot them freely, so it gets really easy, like I did at the beginning. So those guys, I'm just going to rush them. So I can always keep moving and my soldier will stop to shoot and then he can move forward after that. The states mechanic of the soldier is pretty messy, but they work really well. And then this is the end and I get the little victory trumpet, and that's it. I also created a little sandbox with a bunch of enemies, just so people could quickly just try like a bunch of soldiers without having to play the whole scenario I just showed you, which is pretty long.
Affirmative.
Yeah. So that's the game. So I'm just going to put my dudes in formation here. Awesome. And they use steering behavior so they don't collide with each other. They had a lot of mortar, so I'm pretty much dead. Also, what's happening is when a bullet lands in the vicinity of enemies, they will all get alerted. Oh, also, the enemy will always shoot your guys before you, unless you get caught by a bullet randomly. Your guy is not getting shot at, and so that goes with the team that if you don't go alone, basically you will survive. If you go alone like this, well, you die. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed. You can find on the OJam website the download and the download of all the other games too. That there were a bunch of great games at the OJam. I was quite impressed. And two team wants the Brain Cloud bounty. So Brain Cloud is it's basically a little bit advertising here, but it's the gaming cloud service that I've helped to build at Bitheads. And yeah, it's actually free to use unless you really start having a huge player base, then you have to start paying. But if you have a huge player base, then I don't think you have problems anyway to pay it. So yeah, so there was a $2,000 price at this game jam for the team that had the best game with the Brain Cloud integrated, which I couldn't participate obviously because I kind of helped writing it. So yeah, the two teams won. They split $1,000. It's pretty amazing. I split $2,000, I mean. So anyway, hope you enjoyed my little game. Thanks for watching.